Welcome back to Scoota Gang, guys. Having some issues with the Zenva here. It's now officially parked for the time being, waiting on parts from Zenva. Essentially, the axle here is too short, if you can see how far my finger sticks in there. And this nut does not grab on the threads. In fact, when you tighten it and torque it down, it just eats the threads. Keeps spinning. That needs to get fixed, along with the alignment of the tire is off, and my suspension is making a noise now, coming from right up in here somewhere. I'm done riding this thing until we get new swing arms, new hardware, new alignment, fix everything with this rear end here. The front end's not too bad, but also gonna get new swing arms for that too, with a little better fit. So we're waiting on this scooter for a lot of parts now. Ball's in your court, Zenva. In the meantime, let's go ride Old Reliable here at G-Space, GTR. Now remember, don't buy this scooter because there's a new one that already came out, the GS. If you're gonna order this, order the new one. But we'll go ride this because we're still waiting on the new scooter. This thing has 3380 miles. A lot of miles, over 3,000. Never had any issues with it. So that's why I'm calling it Old Reliable from now on. It's just a good ass scooter. Looks like I forgot to wrap this up. I had this thing apart when I was working on Fez's scooter. Shout out to Fez from Atlanta. We're gonna be taking this to Omaha next week. Do some drag races against the boys. Should be a fun time. We'll take this and the Tevron and Jordan's RS. Should be the lineup for little drag races and a secret group ride. Last time we went, we did a more public group ride and turned into a bit of a shit show. So I'm just gonna, keep it more private this time. I think we'll have about 10 people, but with super badass bikes and scooters. Should be some great clips coming up next week on that ride. Be sure to stick around and watch that video. This thing rides perfect because we got the good brakes on it, good tires on it. Everything is just dialed in. That's a fast guy on an e-bike with no helmet. Man, it feels good to be back on this scooter. It is such a well-built scooter and just rides on a rail. I don't even need a steering damper on it, and it's stable enough for me. Wave to the flock cameras, let them know that we're going out for a ride. Cops are watching everything these days. This scooter's got it, but that new GS is worth the extra $1,000 for sure. The amount of power upgrade, you're gonna get like double the power, so I don't recommend buying this. You just buy the upgraded one. Gotta get my feet placement back on this. It's been a minute. You can put your foot so far forward on this scooter that it gives you really good stability with it. These wobbles almost always start in the front wheel, and the more weight you get forward, the less wobbles you get. Man, I feel right at home on this thing again. There goes a cop right there. There goes another one. We'll watch our speed here until we get out of Coralville. Luckily we have a couple different cities all connected here, so we can sort of dip out to another city if Coralville gets too hot right away, you know what I mean? Not that I want to reveal all my secrets about riding, but that's one of them. After you see a couple cops, time to move cities. Is that another one? Why is that light shining right up here? It's so weird. Is that a motorcycle? It is. It's a trike. out for the drunk guys. That's the only danger riding at night, really, is drunk guys and deer. If you can avoid those, you'll have a great night ride. I feel like we turned our acceleration down on this for Jordan when she rode it. I'm gonna pull over and double check that it's up all the way. That, or I'm just so used to the Zenva speed now that this just doesn't feel like it's fast enough anymore. Could be one or the other. The Zenva, man, it's so fast and fun, but it's got to be reliable for that amount of money. We need it. We need to make it better. It needs to be better. It's cut off on me 7 times, and I know because the battery keeps track of all the warnings and protections, and I have 7 high temp discharge protections, meaning that it was giving out power and it cut it off because the temp got too high. And that's on the battery. That's not on the controllers or the motors. That's the battery got too hot. So not only is it having some structural issues like we talked about, but it's having some electronic issues too, where the battery just doesn't seem powerful enough. And that was happening from day one. You know, I gave Zenva the longest chance to fix that, and they just emailed back and basically said they can't do it yesterday. You might need a new battery. They're talking about a 71 amp hour battery, which should help having more amp hours so that we can have more cells to pull from. Beautiful night in Iowa City, man. These are like my favorite nights where it's cold enough you can wear sweatpants and not be sweating. It's like the best temperature for me. The scooters run really good in this temperature too, because they obviously don't overheat ever if it's 65 or 60 degrees. A lot of cops out tonight, but I guess it is a Thursday and graduation was last weekend, so it'll probably be a busy night out downtown, huh? Man, I wonder if I could fit those 130 PMTs on this thing. That'd be sweet with those, but they might be too wide for this this rim. One pebble and it's over. Oh no, I swerved it. Did you see that? That's like the #1 NPC comment, is people thinking a pebbles are going to take you out on this thing. Even if you direct hit it, it's not going to do anything. It doesn't matter. The scooter's huge and the tires are really good. Actually, there's no cop behind us. We're going to come down here to the highway and rip it. Man, it's nice riding a scooter that you're confident in, that you know is not going to cut out on you no matter how hard you ride it. So I've taken this thing to the extreme many times and never had an issue. Just eats up bumps, man. It rides so good with the PMT slicks on it. It's just like unbeatable traction on this thing. I do wish the slicks could come in a wider size so I could put them on that Zenva, the 130 millimeters, because the slicks, the advantage of them is that they have a softer compound than the Stradale, or Stradale, as they say it in Italy. Let's fucking go. School bus out at night, that's random. Pass him at the railroad here because he has to stop. Little Segway guy. There's a cop again. They're out everywhere tonight. There's 4 cops. That's a lot of cops for me. I usually don't see that many on a single ride. Not that I think they're after me at all or anything. They got better stuff to do around here. Alright, let's see if I was right, and it's not at 100% right now. I feel like it's at like 3 out of 5 for the accelerations where we set it for Jordan. So to get in the settings, you gotta turn it off, turn it back on, hold the mode button right when you turn it on. Check the second page. Speed limit's 100. Startup strength is 5, so it is maxed out right now. I'm just really used to the Zenva at this point, which is fine. I totally expected that. That's why I'm so pumped for the GS, because the GS is going to be about 20 kilowatts too, same as the Zenva. So that thing will be like this scooter, but with much more power. I can't wait for it. It should be here within a month or so at this point. We're getting really close. All the students finally left town, at least all the freshmen. Now I get the whole city to myself again. It's like the best part about living in a college town is when they all leave. No offense, kids, but that's when the city opens itself back up. Still got 78 volts. Let's keep pushing. I think I'm gonna ride the Tevrin tomorrow night and do another night ride for you guys if the weather's good. So stay tuned for that if you like that scooter better. I think these are both top of the line scooters as far as G-Space and Tevrin. The quality, the performance, like the price, it all adds up into like a really, really good buy. The person just ran the red light, what the heck? Odds are they're drunk. Our city is like well known for drunk drivers. It's like the biggest crime was committed around here. My blinker was still on, whoops. This scooter just rides on a rail, man. Every scooter can get speed wobbles when you push it to the extreme, but when you're just cruising on this, you just feel it just have perfect like symmetry and balance, and literally it's just like a really well tested and designed scooter. It's like all of our lights are burnt out on this bridge. We're down to like 2 lights. It's supposed to be all lit up. Back to Corvo, better watch ourselves. They seem to be out looking tonight. Every night's a little different, man. Some nights you go out and you don't see a single cop out. And other nights, especially weekend nights, obviously, you see a lot. So, really depends when you ride, how much action you're gonna get. I'm gonna put both blinker on. It's one thing I like about this scooter, you can throw those on like a warning flashing light or whatever. Let people know you're coming at night. Yellow flashing lights are not illegal on the front, only red or blue. There goes a cop right there. Turn it off in front of him. Get in the right lane just because I don't know if these cops are flipping it behind me or not. That's 5 cops. That's enough for me for one night. It still gets me to this day. Because I think we all know deep down that regulations gotta come for these, right? At some point they're gonna make a law where you gotta register it or insure it or whatever. And until that day comes, I know those cops are all chomping at the bit, trying to get me pulled over to write a ticket or whatever, but they need some law that'll let them do it, and that's what they're all waiting on. I think that's really why I don't get pulled over around here, because they don't want to stand there on the side of the road and argue with me about a law that doesn't exist yet. It's not written in stone enough where they can arrest me for riding this. So it will go on, I think, for a few more years, especially here in Iowa, where they're just, it's sort of a limbo, a gray area, whatever you want to call it. And that's not going to stop me from riding. Man, I'm going to keep riding it, but definitely makes you nervous when you pass cops on your expensive scooter and that you don't want to get impounded, right? It's exacerbated by Suron kids these days that are getting targeted hardcore in pretty much every major city, and some cops probably just group me in with those kids just because all they see is an electric thing that doesn't have a license plate. But I think we're totally different. We're totally different from a Suron kid on this, and if you're an adult riding this especially, you're not going to run into too many issues while we're still in this gray area. Obviously, once we exit the gray area and get regulations on these, you'll have to comply. You won't have a choice. It's not like you'll be able to ride around without a license plate once it's required. But for now, you can have at it, man. And I think that's what all of us are doing. We're just having at it, trying out this new technology. And that's how it always works. When new technology comes out, there's a flurry, a rush of innovation, right? And then there's regulation. Every time, that's how it is. That's just how it is in the world we live in. So you have to expect that for electric vehicles too, personal electric vehicles. Inevitable, because they're so awesome, everybody's buying them, right? Everybody's buying these things, Surons, EUCs, right? Every device under the sun, there's people buying them. So there's going to be regulation eventually. But for now, man, just go out and have your fun. Especially if you're an adult. If you're a kid, I don't recommend these scooters to you because you're just going to get yourself in a lot of trouble. That or your parents will get in a lot of trouble, and that's if you don't really severely hurt yourself. Parents out there, don't let your kid convince you to buy them one of these. It's not for kids. Definitely not for kids. It's humongous, right? It's heavy and it's hard to control, and it's just not something I would ever put a kid on that I care about. Let's see, we're down to 75 volts. That was about a 20-mile run, so this scooter can easily do 40 to 50 miles on it. It's in a sweet spot where it's got so much power, but it's also really good range. The Zenva, I'll tell you right now, it eats up the battery really fast, where if I did the same ride right here on the Zenva, it would be down to half battery right now, easily, if not lower, because 20 miles is about the max you can do with that amount of voltage sag before you're getting really low when you full throttle it. And you don't want to risk throttling it below your cutoff. But anyways, guys, that was a good little ride. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys on the next one. I think we'll go ride the Tavern tomorrow night and make another follow-up video on that now that it's finally night riding season. Thanks for watching. Scoota Gang out.